This evening we are headed to Puerto Rico, about 2.5 days, and I just started pulling the anchor up and I saw something interesting. Yeah, so like, what's going on here? So this is this normal 3-braid nylon, and it's like, oh, janky. I wonder if one of the strands broke and it just kind of like bunched up. Yeah, I think that's maybe what happened. Yeah, look at that. So I broke one of the 3, and that's not good. So I guess I need new nylon rope. Well, I'm glad the other 2 didn't break. Yeah, I only have 30 feet of chain, and then it's a couple hundred feet of this nylon rope, but when there's rocks and coral, you really should have all the rope off the ground, so only the chain touches the ground. So I probably should have 100 feet of chain. Well, I got the boat safely sailing away from Guadalupe, probably one of my favorite islands out here in the Caribbean so far. 200 miles to the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then another 50 to Puerto Rico. Still trying to find a marina there. I got quoted $70 a night, which is gonna be kind of crazy if I have to pay that, if I need to leave the boat for like 3 weeks, maybe more. So we're gonna try to find someplace cheaper, and I might just find someplace to anchor it if I have to. I'm so annoyed. I sailed so far from the island, and now I just still got into the wind shadow here. Oh, it's like the wind is dead. We're going the wrong way, and the waves are too big. Ah! I'm finding these cruise ships very annoying because they have so many lights that you cannot figure out which way they're facing or going. Like, it's just a massive light. Where's this navigation light? All right, day number 2, great sailing conditions. About 3 foot of swell and 15 knots on from behind us. Can't ask for better than that. We're just sailing downwind with the jib out. The boat is happy, the wind vane is steering. I'm just a little bummed that I'm sailing past all these islands. I can see Montserrat and St. Kitts and all. I mean, there's so many places I want to stop. But I got a flight out of Puerto Rico to go to Norway for 3 weeks to see my fiance. Sometimes sailing to a schedule is not so fun, but I also really want to go to Norway, so it's worth the trade-off. We'll sail back there once we get our big catamaran, or maybe we'll have sailed there to check out catamarans, or I don't know. There will be a time for it. Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico also sounds cool. I have emailed a bunch of marinas because I want to keep my boat in Puerto Rico for 3 weeks, and I've just been blown away by the prices they've been getting back to me. Like, I had heard the ones on the East Coast, or the ones away from San Juan, were like so the ones in San Juan were just gonna be crazy expensive. I heard, so I was trying the ones on the East Coast, and they are like 3 times what I have ever gotten charged for this boat. Like, usually I would maybe $30 a day would pay, and I mean, I can sometimes get it for 20, 25, the most maybe 40 or 50. The very most I've ever paid was like $80, right outside of Dubrovnik. But they want, I got $71 for Safe Harbor Bay or something, and then 80 for another marina. It's like, what is going on? Why are the prices so high over there? And I asked for, no, 71 was like for a transient rate at this other one, and then I asked for like a monthly rate. What was the long-term rate? And it was $80 a day for the long-term. It's like $2,500 a month for a 28-foot boat. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So I'm just gonna anchor my boat, I think. I guess that's what I gotta do. I just cannot justify paying that much money for 1 month. Day number 3, second morning. We've done over 200 miles now. Been cruising fast. Swells are getting a little bit bigger and a little rolly, but not too bad. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit rolly. Wind vane's been steering happily. I've just been chilling out. Not much has been going on. Not so interesting. We're getting close to the U.S. Virgin Islands, so I'll gotta figure out how to check in there. I've never actually checked into the U.S. I've only ever left the U.S. on a sailboat, which you don't have to do anything if you leave. I guess there's an app called Roam, so I'll download that with the Starlink once I get within 12 miles, because I don't have to pay for the priority data. Land ahoy! So here's the app I downloaded that you're supposed to use to check into the U.S. Virgin Islands in the U.S. And it's called CBP Roam. You fill out a form and then it just says pending. It said this for the last hour. It doesn't give me any other instructions. So not sure what to do. Almost done with the row. I was just looking at the chart, and this island looks like it was going to be a really nice place to stop. But it said you need an anchor permit there. I just don't understand, like, why do I need a permanent anchor there? Apply for it, but that said I need to wait 3 to 4 days to get it approved. And like, if you can't approve the anchor permit, like when you want to get it, then you're not allowed to stop there. Like, why can't you just like approve it when I get there? What does this anchor permit do? Who is this helping? There's a limited number? I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't understand. It didn't explain the reason why I needed the anchor permit though, where it told me I needed one. It just said I need one. Oh, got that nice teal water. Awesome. We're getting close. We're gonna anchor somewhere over there. I want to anchor on this nice, look at that nice sandy beach there. A couple other boats. I should have just done it. I don't think they're gonna come out and patrol that probably. In a few hours I would be there. But if we go this one, then I can go to a restaurant on shore this afternoon for dinner before I leave. That's cool too. A few other boats anchored in here. All right, I'm gonna have a salmon croissant. And I just anchored in the bay here. It's pretty gusty, but it's only 10 feet, and then I don't know what the bottom is, but it seems to be holding okay. These boats mostly seem like some of them are on moorings. That guy's anchored. I think he's on like 3 anchors for a mooring or something. So I'm gonna go for a swim to shore. There's a nice little park here. And then maybe a wing foil. And maybe I'll swim ashore again and get dinner. Here's what our track looked like from Guadeloupe. It was 239 miles and took just 1 day and 20 hours. Anchored here in St. Croix. So just stopped for a little wing foil session, walk around on shore. Also, I just saw a boat went onto the reef. Oh no! But it was well marked. I'm not sure how you would get out of that channel. I was gonna go to dinner, but I just don't feel like blowing up the dinghy, and now the sun's gone down. I feel like it'll be too cold to swim. I'm not gonna feel like swimming back in the wind. And also, looking at that boat that's swimming on the reef, I think maybe it's a better idea for me to leave at daylight today. Okay, anchor is up. Cleaned up the cockpit. And sails are ready to deploy if anything happens going out this path. I think I'm being a little more cautious than usual. I usually am cautious in a place like this, you know, because like you gotta be able to act quick with the anchor or the sails or whatever if something goes wrong. high up on that reef though. Someone told me to pretend like the sound of my autopilot was a laughing fox, or a fox being tickled. And he said that helped him. I'm trying to imagine it. I guess it's a little better if you just imagine that instead of this electronic thing moving in and out. So it's 10 p.m. and I just want to like sleep on a more comfortable bed tonight. So I'm working on my mattress project. So what happens on this boat is this thing slides out, so you could have a bigger bed, but at the moment we don't really have a way to, have a mattress along the whole bed. You would think that back mattress would fill the gap, but it's like that's a very thin foam. It just doesn't really work. So I'm gonna make a big one, and I'll just probably leave it. I'll just probably chop it right there. Not sure if I should chop it before I open it. Maybe I could just take a knife and I might try that, and then I'll open it up and just let it slide out. And I'll probably just keep it like this for now, and then maybe I'll cut it so there can be two cushions that go together later, so I can put them away easier. I don't know. For now, we're just gonna get this to work. So I'm starting to unroll it. You can see, wow, the foam starts out pretty thin. I guess it expands, hopefully, a little bit. So maybe I gotta cut the knife more deeper. All right, got it all cut and laid out. That wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be. The only thing is it's still super flat. I hope it inflates soon, because I want to go to bed. It's all weird shaped. It's plated in the middle, but the edges are still squashed. All right, we're within sight of San Juan. Pretty impressive approach coming into San Juan. Nice fort on the left here. I mean, it reminds me of kind of a, I don't know, it's a really cool looking fort. Kind of like coming into Morocco, but more of a European style. Pretty big swell rolling in too. Wow, this is a deep water port. I'm in the land of Taco Bell and Walmart again, guys. I just checked my Roam app to see if I've been approved for clearing my entry, but it's still pending. It's been over 24 hours now. I called a couple of phone numbers, and they just giving me more numbers. So I guess I'll be on the phone today trying to check in. I mean, I guess I complained enough about having how hard it is to check in other countries. It's the first time I tried to check in the U.S. It appears to be one of the harder ones. Oh man, I just went downstairs to go call more phone numbers, and my application was approved on the app, so that was actually pretty easy. Maybe it was because I was moving. I had read some places you need to be at the port before it approved it, so I guess maybe that was the difference. The only thing is Anchorage is super sketchy. Right next to this marina, a lot of big expensive boats to hit. I do have insurance now. Gosh, it's a real Taco Bell. I walked over to the old town, San Juan. I also checked out the fort. also rented a car to check out the Alinka National Park, which I believe is the only rainforest in the US territory. This was very cool, one of my favorites. And also did some errands when I had the rental car. Cool tower. All right, we're going up the tower. The observation tower. Ooh. Thanks for watching. Next video, I'll be back in Norway doing some adventures with Annalene. And then after that, we're gonna go to Puerto Rico together and we'll explore more and make some more videos about that. A little bit more in-depth view of Puerto Rico. If you're enjoying the videos and getting something out of them, want to help make a contribution and support the channel, there's Patreon or the other means that really help me out. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks guys, I'll see y'all next time.